What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is John. This is recording for 2 o'clock at 16 minutes p.m. Pacific time. Market close an hour ago. Just recorded right here. As I mentioned last week, if you guys pay attention from last week video, we're gonna be just flirting sideways on this area. This is the upper channel. Remember, we have the sideway on the bottom. We broke out, and then after that, we basically grinding higher, trying to take the 52 weeks high, but we couldn't. You can see right there the 30.29, and we are basically like 30.25 if I'm not mistaken. So we're like really close, and then but we couldn't take it, and then we just basically sideway now. Now market basically flush on Friday, which is today, and then because of the news, there's a news basically came that the China met with U.S. in Montana, and apparently somehow the tweet or the information like the China basically rushing out, get the meeting basically finished shorter than it should be, and then they basically go back to China directly. So they're thinking the trader basically thinking like, hey, we're expecting to have, I don't know, maybe a couple of hours meeting, but suddenly it just finished within 30 minutes. They're thinking like, oh, somebody pissed somebody, right? So anyway, shorter uh, sh- the shorter term trader basically flushed this market right here on this candle once the news came out, and then basically we flushed down and we almost hit the 29.85. I mentioned this 29.85. We basically just like one tick, one tick is equal to 25, so 25 a quarter. So we're like really close, 29.85, and then we bounce back and then we just sideway and then it flush again when we um, closer to the end. So what's going to happen next? I mean, especially next week, right? That's the $1 million question. I do still believe that we're going to be, if you just pay attention on this upper channel, okay, we're going to be just sideways on this in this range. Um, as long we do not go back to this gray area box, um, then we basically just within the range until October, where China and the US will meet again. I don't know the date. That's something that I will do some research as well. A couple things that I mentioned also, we do have a FOMC on the past Tuesday and Wednesday. What happened is FOMC, the statement, the Fed basically came out with cutting the rate a quarter point. So, which is good for the market. As you can see on Thursday, let me change it to let's go 5 days, 5 minutes, right? Just looking at this one. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. This is where the FOMC minute came out. I'm gonna focus on this. We can take a look. This is basically waiting sideways. It's always like that. Whenever it's a waiting period, that's what we're doing. We just basically sideways, grinding sideways. There's a push rally, but in the morning we push back again sideways, and then 11 o'clock Pacific time or 2 o'clock Eastern time, that's when the statement, the Fed statement came out. Yep, we're gonna release a statement. We're cutting rate, yada yada, and then market basically sell off. It's selling off because the Fed or the J Powell did not mention anything about further rate cut maybe somewhere in October, November, or December this year. He did not mention anything about that. So everybody just basically panicking, right? Because they're expecting to have two this year, which is one on Wednesday, and there's supposed to be another one, but he did not mention anything. Market sell off, and then we found the bottom here at 29.80, 29.85 again, the same area. This is where everybody, they're building volume here. Everybody is building value. Market is comfortable with this range, and then it start rallying up again after the Powell speak at 2:30. So you can see right here, which is 5 minutes. So 30 minutes passed by. He stand up on the on the microphone with the QA, and then after that market rally and we close higher. 30.11, right? And then what happened the next day? We basically rally again. 30.24. Remember, the highest is 30.29. We never take it out. It's still within the range. And then we pull back again, waiting for, um, a conversation here with China. I did not know there was a meeting, but and then plus this morning I was busy anyway. So this whole week I'm just basically monitoring my position. I'm gonna go over on that one. I did not initiate new trade. Just everything, just monitoring. And then after that, we sell off on Friday. So where am I thinking next? Okay, if you look at here, we're gonna try to go down, breaking the 29.85. If we do break, then next week, okay, pay attention. We're gonna test this 29.60. Okay, the blue line, 29.60. This is on the ES future. Okay, 29.60, or somewhere with XPY is probably around 20.95, 50. So it's the difference about 50 cents. So 29.60 with XPY 29.50. I'm sorry, 295 with 50 cents. So let's go change it. I'm talking two different ticker here. So if we change this, okay, let me erase the Fibonacci here. If you look at here, the blue line, 29.75, 29.50, okay, that's the area that you want to pay attention. 295 and 75 cents, okay, that is the range for SPY. Now for the ES is 29.60, okay, that's it. Let's not go over crazy again with that number. Anyway, all right, so where we going? Where are we going from here? If that broken, then we're gonna test this gap fill. There's a gap fill here. Market basically closed here, and then on the next day we jump out. You probably will not see it here, but if I open stock chart, okay, and you probably will see SPY has a gap fill right here. Okay, this is the area. We look at the 295, 74, 75. If that broken, okay, 295 broken right there, and then we have a gap fill. The gap fill is 293. Okay, and that is the major support. Okay, you gotta have to pay attention. Major support. What it means, if you look at this line, sideway, that is the major support, and I want to buy. I'm gonna monitor this level. I'm gonna go buy long. Okay, that is the area that you want to pay attention. Okay, all right. So that is for ES and SPY, and of course, my computer is freezing. All right, now we go to NQ, the same thing. I'm not gonna go over a lot, but you can see right there, there's a small pullback right there, but it is a bearish candle. Okay, let's go IWM. IWM was doing very well last week and also early this week. We just basically passing this area. We did not break, but we're start pulling back. Okay, we are in the overbought situation right now. That's why I'm thinking we have a pullback next week. That's why we have the potential to basically make money as well. Okay, I did. Oh, you know what? I did initiate a new position. I roll over my SPY. Remember, I mentioned last week I do have a position 299 put, and I'm selling the 298 put. Okay, so that's mean I'm taking credit around $270. Okay, that expired worthless today, but I did roll over to next week. But I did roll down, so my strike, because the market was flushing down pretty good. I'm able to collect another 90 cents times 3 contract. So that will be another $270 if SPY will close above 296. Okay. If it's above 296, then I will make money on my short 299 put, and I also will have the 296 premium expire worthless, which is I'm collecting double whammy. So it will be a double win here. So that is my prediction for next week. I'm gonna take that location right there. Okay. All right. So come on. All right. Well, my computer's frozen, so I'm gonna leave it as is. Um, you know, we're gonna see a more pullback next week. We're gonna see sideway on this area on the upper channel. Okay, you gotta have to know where is the location. I mentioned a couple level in ES and SPY. Um, I did not take a trade with Tesla because, like I mentioned, this week is pretty busy for me. So Tesla was really a good trade because I was calculating I'm able to collect because it was sideways. So it was like doing the iron condor 265 with 270 and then 230 and 225. 265, 270, which is the upper selling call and buying call. And then the other one, iron condor, which is selling the put and also buying the put at 230 at 225. That was around $1.10, I believe. But I did not take the trade, and then it was around 60 cents today. So that is close to 50 cents, which is around with time tens, that will be a $500. I did not take the trade, but I'm looking for next week. I am expecting to pull back. Then I will initiate the bottom selling the bottom put, and then after that, if it bounces, I'm gonna sell the top. So that's how I'm gonna play it next week. Next week it's a lot better week for me, so we'll go with that one. CRWD, CrowdStrike. I basically had the position here. I did have the 80. It was hatched, expired worthless, the 80 call. And then, oh, come on. I don't know what happened. I think my mouse sensor is acting up. Anyway, yeah, it's going crazy. So, with this, it start pulling back. I did roll over down, okay, which is I extended for another week, which is expired on the 27th, but I did roll down to 75 strike, which is the same strike that I bought for January 2020, okay? So if it's gonna keep going down, I'm gonna go more aggressive. I'm gonna start selling the 72. Okay, if this line is broken at 70, I'm sorry, at 63, then I'm gonna go down more. I'm gonna go to 70. I'm gonna go to 67 and then down and down and down. Okay, it just depends how far we're pulling back. I'm gonna also initiate more a call here. I'm gonna buy more to average down my position. Okay, I'm not gonna go crazy, but I do think this has a potential to bounce well. Okay, it just depends when. Maybe in maybe in November, maybe in December. So that'll be something that I have to take a look. I'm gonna buy probably. I'm not gonna buy Jan. I'm gonna buy maybe in April here, but I'm gonna probably buy a little bit higher, 75. That'll be about $8. If we pull back a little bit more, that probably around $7 to $6.50. That'll be a good spot for me. So I'm gonna leave it sweet and spot. I gotta jump into another meeting here. My alarm is beeping. I'm gonna leave it here. Hope you guys make money. And then just trade well. Do not over trade. Do not go crazy and throwing one a lot of trade in one basket. Remember, it's all about winning, small winning, but everything add up. Okay, and then also discipline yourself. If it need to cut the loss or hedge it, I always hedge it, and then I start making money. Then I'm gonna sell it that way. Okay, all right, that's it. Ciao.